Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Friday Morning Live Show. The live show's podcast and meta content is brought to you every week by these loyal sponsors. These Southern Land Brokers. Let David Harrell and these Southern Land Brokers represent you as a buyer or seller of recreational property, timberland, or farmland in the South. McGraw-Webb Chevrolet on the bypass in Camden, Alabama, serving their customers for 30 years. Join the McGraw-Webb Chevy family today. Tucker ATV, Jackson, Alabama, your local servicing Polaris Hustler Echo dealer with an international reputation. CT Ward Power Sports in Camden, Alabama, XL Godfrey Hurricane Boats powered by Mercury and Yamaha engines, your water skiing gear headquarters on Lake Millers Ferry. Safford Trading Company and Safford Equipment under the tower in Safford, Alabama, home of your residential and commercial lawn care bundle bear. Wildlife Management Solutions in Eutaw, Alabama. Let the guys at WMS select the right seed and blends for your soil type. South Alabama Kubota and Reynolds on the Strip in Monroeville, Alabama. Kubota and Skag Zero Turns, the right Kubota tractor for the right price. Thanks for supporting the Gettin Outdoors sponsors and enjoy the show. Good morning, everybody. Hope everybody's having a great Friday morning. This is the Gettin Outdoors live show on Friday, May the 6th, 2022, live from the Lawler Timber Company, Grampian Hills Outdoor Media Center. It's 73 degrees outside, cloudy and a little rain, southwest winds, 9 miles an hour. And happy Mother's Day to all you. Happy Mother's Day weekend to all you mothers out there. We are going to have a great time. Got a good crowd on here this morning. See my old buddy at Tackle Crafts tuned in on YouTube this morning. Good morning to you. Paint some of the best crankbaits in the world. And Miss Jill up in Boston, Massachusetts is tuned in. Travis Lee, Tommy D, and Ann Arbor, Michigan. Old Mike Fuller down in Monroe County. I just can't get the all B-Dogs in the house. Grandma Karen, we'll do your weather in a little while. We got a whole lot to go over, y'all. And I hooked up with my old buddy Brandon Smith over at Soggy Bottom Lodge, and I hope I didn't mess him up this morning because he was on a turkey. I see he's in here, so let's go ahead and bring him on in here and see. Good morning, Brandon.
Hey, Big Daddy, how are you?
Well, we got to know, did you close the deal on the turkey?
No, sir. I'm going to blame it on the live stream. There's also a reason I'm still hunting this late in the year. It's just I'm not getting it done.
Well, Brandon, I appreciate you coming on. You can blame me. I hate I messed you up, man, but you got 2 more days. You got 2 more days. But
you didn't mess up at all. No problem.
Hey, let's talk about what we got going on next weekend. Me and you have worked on so many different projects for the kids. We did the fins, feathers, and furs when you was at the Corps of Engineers over at Foscue Park. I don't know how many years we did it. It was a great event. But now you've moved over there to Soggy Bottom Lodge, and you and Miss Carol team up, of course, J.R. Rivas with his support. And y'all put an event on every year for this Kidz Outdoors program, Brandon, that's just second to none. Let's tell everybody what's going to happen next weekend.
So Kidz Outdoors is an organization. It's like Catch a Dream or Make a Wish, except they take terminal children or disabled children, special needs children on really whatever they'd like to do, fishing, hunting. That's how we met them. We took a couple kids to the lodge on hunting trips, and we're going into our 6th year of hosting a fundraiser for them. And what that does, all the proceeds go to them, and it helps them throughout the year pay for travel, pay for those kids to get from one place to the other, equipment. They buy chairs, they buy shooting equipment, where the kids can blow into the straw if they're not able to use their hands. So they do a lot of things like that. So we've been involved several years now and just try to get awareness together and get people to the lodge, have a good time, but also raise money at the same time.
It is a fundraiser, and it is it's I think $10 a head to get in, $20 parking, but let me tell you, it is worth every penny of it, because JR pulls out all the flash. I'm telling you, it'll be celebrities there, it'll be all kind of things there. And what I love about it, Brandon, is you guys kind of take the pressure off the special needs kids parents. The way that y'all take care of those children, put them in a canoe, take them fishing, let them shoot, do anything they want to do next Saturday at Soggy Bottom Lodge.
Yes, sir. They have pony rides, they have buggy rides, canoes, water slides, Dunkin' booths, face painting, food. Kind of just they do a little shooting. They do bow and arrows. It's a little bit of everything you could think of. Just to come out and have a good time and support a good cause at the same time. Yes, sir.
Yeah. And it's next Saturday at Soggy Bottom Lodge in Linden, Alabama. And like I said, it's $10 to get in per person and $20 parking. But it will, and it always did for me, it will make your heart happy. I promise, to see those kids enjoying that day. And see the parents, y'all just take care of the kids. The parents don't have to do anything. JR's got somebody for just about every one of those special needs kids helping them, with them all day.
Yes, sir. They're at each location at stations trying to help them, in, out, on, off, whatever event we're doing. Yes, sir.
And now also let's talk about that person out there that might have a special needs kid. They need to bring him next weekend. Bring him or her next weekend.
Yeah, we got folks on the pier out there set up. They brim fish all day long, catch brim left and right. And there's people out there helping them get them on, get them off. But I'd encourage you to bring that special needs kid. Like I have a special needs kid. She comes and they have a good time and meet Miss Carol and those folks, that organization, and you can fill out an application and you can go on a hunt with that child or something. A lot of times, those kids get left out of a lot of things. And I tell you what I like about this organization, they allow the siblings to go as well. Most of those places just take the child. But a lot of times these siblings have a tough time because all the attention is paid to that special needs child. So some of the siblings want to go do things as well. So that's pretty neat as well.
It is, and that's and it's just a great event. And you talk about that pier. You have never seen a kid smile till you see a special needs kid reel in a brim on that pier at Soggy Bottom Lodge. That is,
Sure.
it'll warm your heart. It really will.
Also, Mr. Big Daddy, we got, I didn't mention this, but Friday night, May 13th, last year's the first year we did this, we host, it goes completely to the same organization, but some people can't come on Saturday. We do a poker fundraiser. You can buy in, and half the proceeds go completely to that organization. You get your dinner, little round of poker, and half of it goes to that organization. The other half we split up with prizes and things that are donated. It's $130. That includes dinner, some drinks, and your poker. Last year we had 88 players and raised about $9,500 just
Wow.
on.
And that's called Shuffle at the Shack. And if you've never been to the Shack, it ain't no shack.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's a lot of fun.
That's poker tournament next Friday night at 6 o'clock. $130 buy-in. Food, drinks are included, and all the benefits go to the Kidz Outdoors organization. It's going to be a great event, Brandon. And once again, I'm sorry I interrupted your hunt this morning, but it's worth it for those kids, man.
Yes, sir. I'm gonna tell you what. Since you're an outdoor show, I'm just learning. You don't have to kill them every time. I hadn't heard one gobble in a while, so I'm blessed to just be in the game, and that's what it's all about. I had a good time. You didn't spook him, I promise you. He saw my big 6'6" self walking down the road or something. Who knows?
Brandon Smith, he's the manager of Soggy Bottom Lodge. J.R. Rivas is on, and I tell you, he is probably the most community-minded person I have ever met. J.R., he doesn't get enough credit, Brandon, for what all he does, not only for Marengo County, but the whole Southeast.
He does. He actually has his hands in a lot of stuff with the school systems, with Parks and Rec, and it's not just Marengo County. You're right. He does a lot of different things for children and other things. Over in Honduras, he's got an orphanage he supports with a lot of fundraisers he does. So, yes, sir, it's pretty neat to be able to see some of that stuff, but you don't get to hear about a lot of it.
That's right. Well, good luck to you. Go back. That old turkey might still be around. We might not have messed him up. Go back to work. Thank you for coming on this morning, and hope you have a great poker tournament Friday night and Kidz Outdoor event next Saturday. And I'm going to get Miss Carol on next Friday morning to talk about it.
Good deal. We appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for all y'all have done.
All right, Brandon. See you later, brother.
Yes, sir. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Old Brandon Smith. Now, I've had a long relationship with him. Man, we got a good crowd on this morning. Let's go over some events we got coming up, and I'm going to start out with this event coming up tomorrow. Let me put this picture up because I want all of y'all to join me tomorrow at the grand opening house at CT Ward Power Sports right outside of Camden where the old Kidz Outdoors building used to be. We're going to have food, door prizes, specials, boat, motor, and trailer electronics reps are going to be on hand. And I talked to Miller Spivey yesterday. He's from Selma. He's one of the graduates of the University of Montevallo Outdoor Scholars Program, and he's working for Minn Kota Humminbird, and he will be there with a booth set up with displays of the Helix units and the trolling motors. But listen, to everybody out there that owns a Helix electronic side imaging, down imaging, or whatever, Humminbird, and you want to get your software upgraded, bring it tomorrow to CT Ward Power Sports, and Miller said he will upgrade it for you. He's going to have the card to upgrade your Helix units. Now, if you got a unit, this 5-10 years old, he ain't got the software for that. But if you got a relatively new Humminbird Helix unit and want to get the software upgraded, be at CT Ward Power Sports tomorrow from 10 to 2. Food, door prizes, specials. I know they're giving away a Helix 5 tomorrow at CT Ward Power Sports. Y'all come on out, look at all the boats, welcome them to the area. He has got a huge inventory of boats. We're just going to have a great time. I'll be there all day. Y'all please join me tomorrow at CT Ward Power Sports in Camden, Alabama for their grand opening house. They've been open about 1.5 years, but when they opened up, this old COVID stuff had them, where they couldn't have the open house. So join me tomorrow. It's going to be a lot of fun. CT Ward Power Sports. All right, let's see what else we got. Oh, we had a little fruit jar tournament last night. I have the results right here. Looks like they had 13 boats, and the winner was Mr. Jerry Denson with 11.17 pounds, 5 fish. Second place was Jim Van Blake and Lorena Van Blake with a 10.03. The big fish, they had the big fish too, a 3.99. Kevin and Jamie did fish in it. They didn't have but 4 fish with a 7.48. Tyler and Stevie Stevens had a 5 fish with a 7.06. Jabbo and Tad had a 9.70. It was a pretty good turn. Mike Smith had a 5.11 with 2 fish, but it was a pretty good turnout. And that, I don't know when the next one will be. Usually every 2 weeks, but I know they got the shutdown. So I don't know if they'll have one in 2 weeks or not. Let's see what else we got going on. CT Ward, we done talked about that. This coming Wednesday from 4 o'clock till dark at the Selma City Marina, the $50 entry fee. Corey Ingram's putting it on. It's kind of an afternoon fruit jar up there. They're going to do that looks like every 2 weeks, May the 11th, May the 25th, then June the 8th, June the 25th. So we'll be keeping up with that. And Corey, if you tuned in, be sure and send me the results next Wednesday afternoon. And of course, we just talked to Brandon about the Kidz Outdoor Fun Day at Soggy Bottom Lodge next Saturday. And of course, Friday night will be the Shuffle at the Shack poker tournament. If you want to get in that, it's $130 buy-in, and that's always a lot of fun. there at Soggy Bottom Lodge. Fishers of Men will be at Ellis Landing next Saturday, and Pride of the South will be, I think they're going out of Foscue Park next week in Demopolis. And then next week on Lay Lake, the Alabama Bass Trail South will be at Lay Lake. And remember the live feed. That is one of the best things I've ever seen. They do a live feed from about 7:30 to 11:30. If you fishing Lay Lake or going to fish a tournament on Lay Lake and want to see what those ABT anglers are doing, it's live action next Saturday morning. And also, let's go a little bit ahead of time because I want to remind everybody, this is a done deal. Now, they had to postpone it to May the 28th. It was scheduled for May the 14th, but the Roland Cooper State Park Big Crappie Day is on May the 28th, 2022. Josh Prim is doing a great job as tournament director. We will be weighing in fish at 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, and 1 o'clock. The top three fish of the hour gets $75 first place, 50 second, 25 third. The big fish of the day gets $500 from the Community Neighbor Bank, and the youth big fish of the day gets $250 from the Town Country United Bank. So everybody get ready for that. That's going to be a great day. I'm fishing in it. Joe Allen's fishing in it. We're going to have a great time. We're going to have a great time. Yeah, ABT does release their new schedule today for 2023. They've already released the ABT 100 schedule, and Millers Ferry is on there. So, all right, let's see what Mr. Harris said. We will have Fruit Jar on. The next one will be May the 19th, and he'll be there to work it for Ken. Okay, so it will be another one in 2 weeks. 10-4. Thank you, Mr. Harris, for that information. All right, I do want to go over this too because everybody gets confused about this. No, that ain't what I'm looking for. This is what I'm looking for. The road closure on Highway 37, County Road 37. Now, look at this real good and look down at the bottom at the Camden Post Office where you turn off the bypass. You go up about a quarter of a mile, might not be that far, and the road splits off. All right, look at the green line. If you're going to Bridgeport City Landing, you can still go where that green line is. But remember, right there where that arrow is pointed, the green route to Bridgeport, it is a drop-off right there. Now, they have patched it up a little bit, but it's still a pretty rough bump. So where you see that sign that says slow, be sure and slow down. But that will carry you to Bridgeport City Landing. Now, if you go into the state park, you got to take the red route. So when you get up there to the intersection where it turns to go, you got to take the red route, and it will carry you to Roland Cooper State Park. You cannot go to Roland Cooper State Park after you get to the turnoff of Bridgeport City Landing. The road is closed between Bridgeport City Landing and Highway 43. You see where that road construction X is. That's where the road is closed. So remember that if you're coming here this weekend to Roland Cooper State Park for Mother's Day weekend. So that I wanted to bring that up. Also, I know all of y'all saw. Look at Laura. Look at Laura on here from Bass Headquarters. Good morning, Miss Laura AG. Her and Laurie did a great interview yesterday with my old buddy Alan White down there in Mobile on the outdoor show he does down there. I appreciate you tuning in, Laura. Don't get caught today. You don't get no trouble up there. But did y'all see the article that my buddy David Rayner wrote this week, and I put it on my Facebook page, where Lake Tuscaloosa is wanting to get in on some of this bass fishing action? And I love it. I love to see those big towns like Lake Tuscaloosa realize what the potential is on that Warrior River, Black Warrior River, and Lake Tuscaloosa that they have up there. Hey, Wendy Paget's on here. Wendy, congratulations on a great job y'all did last week with the pig squeal show and auction. I talked to Wendy Monday, and she said that the show was the biggest show they've ever had with the most people. The bidding wars for the pigs were unbelievable. The pigs brought more money than they ever had, and I'm so proud of those kids. They do so much work to raise those kids. And thank you, Wendy, for putting that on and helping those kids learn how to do that. Thank you, Wendy. Great job. All right, go back to Tuscaloosa. Tuscaloosa has figured it out, and they are looking to improve their facilities where they can attract more bass tournaments. And I said in my post, and I'll say it now, and I'll say it till the day I die. Anytime an economic developer gets it about bass fishing in their area, the first name that pops up is Kay Donaldson, and she knows it as good as anybody, and I'm mighty proud to call her my friend. But I was glad to see that. Y'all be sure to listen to this week's podcast 165. I hook up with my old crazy Mississippi snake grabbing boys. They have a big snake grabbing rodeo coming up the first weekend in June, and we're going to do a special live show on May the 19th. That's a Thursday at 6:30, and we're going to hook up with the Mississippi snake grabbers and some of the reality TV stars that will be there, including my dear friend, Miss Ashley Deadeye Jones, and old Pork Chop that's on Swamp People's going to be on with me. I've never met Pork Chop. I'm looking forward to talking to him and a few other of those guys on May the 19th at 7:30. It'll be a great show. I know y'all see all the bird pictures I've been putting up, and I did this for y'all this morning because the tanagers are here. And a lot of y'all hear me talking about the one on the top. Now, look real close. That is a summer tanager. A lot of people mistake them for a northern cardinal, but that is a summer tanager, and male on the top left, and on the top right is a female summer tanager. Now, on the bottom, the one on the left, that's a male scarlet tanager. They're not quiet. You don't see them as much as you do the summer, but the one on, and that is a female on the right. Now, you'll mistake them sometimes for red birds, but look real close. They don't have a crown on their head like a cardinal does, but they are beautiful birds, and they are here now. And if you get a chance to see one, you'll know what it is right now. And you know what I should have done, because this is National Wildflower Week, is put up some of those wildflowers Tommy has been sharing with us all week for National Wildflower Week, and there's plenty of them out there blooming right now. If you go to my Facebook page, I have a bunch of them on there and have them named, and I really do appreciate it. So that is that National Wildflower Week, and oh Lord, let me do this, because I really need to do. I split it up for y'all, so I'm going to play this, and then we'll be back in a minute with Grandma Karen Community Neighbor Bank weekend weather forecast right after the word from these sponsors. Y'all don't go nowhere. We'll be right back right after a word from these loyal sponsors. Rack and Reel Sports Grill, Camden, Alabama, where anglers and hunters meet for supper and Sunday lunch. Home of the Thursday night all-you-can-eat chicken wings. Community Neighbor Bank, with locations in Greenville, Camden, Pine Hill, and Grove Hill, serving rural Alabama since 1906, bringing you the Gettin Outdoors weather since 2007. Lawler Timber Company, Camden, Alabama, family-owned independent business offering professional forestry services, and home of the Grampian Hills Outdoor Media Center. Harris Farm and Marketplace, Possum Bend, Alabama, Park, Laree, Pip, and Hunter, family-grown, family-owned farm fresh produce. Thanks for supporting the Gettin Outdoors sponsors. Now, let's get back to the live show. We couldn't do that without the sponsors, and I appreciate every one of them. They are loyal, and I appreciate y'all supporting them and me. Let's do the Community Neighbor Bank Gettin Outdoors live show Friday morning Grandma Karen weather report for the weekend for Mother's Day weekend. Today, showers and thunderstorms before 1 p.m., then a slight chance of showers between 1 and 4. High near 84, breezy with south winds 10 to 15 miles an hour, becoming west 15 to 20 miles an hour in the afternoon. Winds could gust as high as 30 miles an hour today, so be careful if you're out there on that lake. Chance of rain today is 80%. Tonight, mostly clear with a low around 58. West winds 5 to 10 miles an hour with gusts as high as 20. Tomorrow, Saturday, join me tomorrow too at CT Ward Power Sport for their grand opening. Looks like it's going to be a pretty day, sunny with a high near 81. Northwest winds 5 to 15 miles an hour with gusts as high as 20. Saturday night, clear with a low around 54. North winds 5 to 10 miles an hour. Then Sunday on Mother's Day, it's going to be sunny with a high near 85. Northeast winds 5 to 10 miles an hour and becoming northwest in the afternoon. Then Sunday night, clear with a low around 61. Northeast winds 5 miles an hour, becoming southeast after midnight. That is your community neighbor bank, Grandma Karen Mother's Day weekend weather forecast. And I always like to compare our weather with Grandma Karen's weather out there in California. So let's go. I got one more spot of sponsors, and then I will be right back. Y'all don't go nowhere. We'll be right back right after a word from these loyal sponsors. Coast to Coast True Value in downtown Camden, a shopping experience you will never forget. Bubba and Joe Allen Dunn at Dunn Sports in Thomasville, Alabama, across from McDonald's. Outfitters for the serious sportsman. Meet your friends at the Pecan on Broad, Camden, Alabama. Fresh lunches Wednesday through Friday and the best brunch in the Southeast on Saturday. Plaza Golf Cart sales in Demopolis and Tuscaloosa. Your easy-go superstore. Brett Lofton at Southern Advertising in Monroeville, Alabama, printing almost everything since 1992. Town Country United Bank, Camden, Alabama, proud sponsors of the Town Country United Bank Hunting and Fishing Report every week on the Gettin Outdoors podcast. Thanks for supporting the Gettin Outdoors sponsors. Now let's get back to the live show. All right, we're back, y'all, and once again, I want to invite every one of y'all to join me tomorrow. I'll be there all day long at CT Ward Power Sports. I have a Helix Humminbird 7 down imaging on the front of my boat that I'm going to get my software updated, and I urge you, if you have a Humminbird unit, or if you're in the market for a Humminbird or a Minn Kota motor, we are going to have the rep there, and I'm going to tell you what. He's going to bring some units and he's going to bring some trolling motors. And if you get, this is a perfect time, y'all. Y'all know where we live. We don't get a chance to talk. You know, we have to call customer service if we have a problem with one of our Humminbirds or our Minn Kota motors. And I had somebody ask me the other day about the Minn Kota motors and the spot lock and the difference in the spot lock. And Miller's going to be there tomorrow. Miller's 5. He's going to be there tomorrow to answer any and all questions. He is going to have a unit set up to show you how to see fish. If you right now, and I had somebody ask me the other day, how you find those brim beds in the river right now. Well, let me tell you how you find them. You can get you one of them Humminbird side imaging units, and you can scan those brim beds in every one of those sloughs, and Miller will show you how to do that. Be it CT Ward's Power Sports tomorrow, and he will be there set up showing you how to work those units. If you have any problems with your Humminbird electronics, tomorrow at CT Ward Power Sports is going to be the place to get your answers. I promise you that. And get some good food, see some good boats. I understand that the Mercury and Yamaha guys are going to be there. The boat dealer, I think old David Jordan is going to be there. He's one of our local boat dealers. He'll be there all day long. We're going to be doing some cooking. I'm going to do, now I told Miller, we're going to do some live feeds if we have service. We're going to do some live Facebook Live stuff on site tomorrow. I don't know what time. Just keep up with my Gettin Outdoors Facebook page, and I'll give you a 10 minutes heads up before we come on live. And he is going to explain everything you need to know about your Humminbird electronics or your Minn Kota trolling motors. I'm so proud to have him here tomorrow. It's just going to be a great time. And Taylor and Jessica and Will are very excited to invite everybody. We want to just fill that place up. We got. It's going to be from 10 till 2, Tommy D. 10 o'clock till 2 o'clock, and we will be going live sometimes between 10 and 2. And I can't wait to meet this young man. I've never met Miller. He said he graduated from the University of Montevallo, and he was a member of the University of Montevallo Outdoor Scholars Program, and that's what they do up there at the University of Montevallo. They go through that 4-year program, and when they get out, they go to work for a company like Humminbird, Minn Kota. I think it's Johnson Motors. I'm not sure. It's over in it's really in Eufaula, Alabama, is where it's housed. But we'll find out. Bucky's coming good, and bring your Helix unit and Bucky, and he will upgrade it for you. But I'm looking forward to meeting this young man, and y'all come and join me tomorrow at CT Ward Power Sports. For any of you that don't know where it is, it's on Highway 28. It's about 2-3 miles from the 4-way stop in Camden. It's in the old Kidz Outdoors building. If you are old enough to remember, it was the G's Being Water building. It's right there where you turn to go to the ferry. It's right there close to Ellis's Landing. It's just a little bit south of where you turn to go to the G's Being Ferry, because it's just going to be a great day. It's going to be a lot of fishermen there. It's going to be a lot of tales told and a lot of information tomorrow at CT Ward's Power Sports. So y'all please make your plans to be there. It's going to be free food, giveaways, all kind of specials. Mercury, XL boats, Hurricane boats, Godfrey pontoons, Power Pole guys going to be there. Humminbird, Minn Kota guy, Yamaha, and more. And if you want the physical address, it's 1010 Highway 28, Camden, Alabama. 1010 Highway 28, if you want to put that in your GPS. I am looking forward to it. It's going to be a great. Yeah, well, Grandma Carrie, you can jump on an airplane and come on down here from California. Good morning, Trey Wade. How you doing? I didn't see your name on the list. How come you didn't fish the fruit jar yesterday evening? I'm looking to make sure I got everything done this morning, and I think I do. I appreciate y'all. Just don't know how much I appreciate. I love to do this show, and when people like Laura hook up with me from Bassmaster headquarters up in Birmingham, that just made my day. And all you loyal listeners like Tommy D and B-Dog, Grandma Karen, it's just so many of you that listen to me every week right here on. I really do appreciate it. Lou Cobb's tuned in this morning. And let's see, let me just go up the list, because I always miss somebody. Let's see, Robert Hutchinson's a regular, Tommy D, Old Thunder, Tina Foster and Millers Ferry, Tackle Craft tuned in this morning. Leon Andrews is a regular. Wayne Edgeworth, he's catching them brim, I'm sure. Michael Fuller, Jill up in Boston, Travis Lee, Greg Chance, old Slim, B-Dog, Larry and Debbie Abernathy, Don Philpott, Mr. Harry Pardon. Brandon Threadgill's tuned in this morning. Brandon, I thought you'd fishing a crappie masters tournament this week. Let's see. James Shelton's tuned in. Noonan Hall's tuned in in Natchez, Mississippi. Tina Carter's tuned in down in Monroeville. Mr. Harry Pardon, Laura. Let's see. Jolly Owens, good morning to you. Wendy Paget, David Shera, I'm trying to get everybody this morning. Richard Dick May up in Tennessee. And I said Wayne Edgeworth. And I believe Bucky Barrett. And I think Trey Wade. Let me look. Pat Powers is tuned in. Good morning. Oh, Laura, you going to be on the water next weekend? Yeah, Laura will be running the camera next weekend on Lake for the live show. So good luck to you, Laura. Look forward to seeing that. Look at that old Joe Allen tuned in this morning. Good morning, Joe Allen Dunn. He is the reigning champion now. Let me see. I got this picture. Let me throw this picture up right here. Because I always like to talk, he is the reigning champion, and he was beating his chest for a pretty long time about winning that Roland Cooper State Park tournament. But, he's got some competition this year. And so Joe Allen might be the champion, the reigning champion, but it's going to be another one on May the 25th. And I always wondered why he looked like he's looking for the game warden coming up the hill, and Laura looked so pretty and smiling. But that was that was in 2019, I believe, was the last one we had. So I'm really looking forward to the Roland Cooper State Park Big Crappie Day coming up in May the 28th. Jim Harrison's tuned in. Yep, that was 2019, Laura. It does seem like it was yesterday. We're going to miss you at the catfish jugging contest. That's on fire right now. Everybody's asking about it. That'll be July the 23rd. We got plenty of time to talk about that coming up, man. I done went over, but I really have enjoyed doing it this morning. Thanks, everybody. Everybody have a great weekend. Have a wonderful Mother's Day. God bless America. Happy Mother's Day. Remember tomorrow, CT Ward Power Sports from 10 to 2, and I'll see you there. And remember what old Big Dad says, get outdoors.
Pap taught me every critter's track and how to set a hair trigger on a trap. He taught me to shoot, scale, and skin and make a snare with a leather strap. He taught me to be a part of the woods and all his woodsy tricks. Said you gotta walk soft on 2 light feet and try not to break no sticks. I thank Daddy for my savvy, how to hunt and how to carry anything that I might need to get a piece of skillet meat. How to walk and how to hide, how to crawl and how to slide, how to sneak, stalk, and climb and do it all on 2 light feet.